Hey y'all, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. I'm sure you guys are reading the title. We're going to be talking about everything Vechain. Vechain is one of the top gainers right now. And again, if you watch some of my other updates, you guys know the narrative. You guys know what's happening with the markets. I might sound like a broken record, but I'm sure some people only are going to be watching this Vechain update. But yeah, if you're looking at Vechain, it's showing some life within itself. So are a lot of these other coins that haven't really moved. And you're looking at Vechain up 23.5% over the course of the last 24 hours, a significant gain. We're seeing layer 1, layer 2 narrative playing out as I've stated to you guys before. But let's take a closer look at, Vechain's price, see what is happening, what are some next price targets, specifically only about price targets, and share my personal overall take on that. But before we do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer. Anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So if you're looking at Vechain, back above 4 cents, up 23.9% as mentioned in USD, also in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap at about $3.3 billion and the 24-hour trading volume at about 309.4 million. Considering the tokenomics, we know about this. This is something we've discussed over the course of the last few years. Vechain, in my opinion, and I can't make updates on all these coins every single time, but if you want, I can try my best. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more of these updates, but it's really hard to, make an update on every single, project. But, I wanted to give some of my Vechain supporters a little bit of an update because they deserve it. This is a big move. Vechain is one of the projects, one of the very few projects. I've never been shy away from saying this. It's really actually bringing blockchain to the masses, and we're actually seeing that happening now. You're seeing institutions coming, you're seeing blockchain being adopted, you're seeing people actually showing interest towards blockchain industry. But what if I told you Vechain is one of the very few projects that has been emphasizing and trying to do that? And not only that, they actually have a working product. And I've said that from the beginning. They actually have a working product with some of the biggest companies around the globe that are actually using. And that kind of goes under the table, but that's just a reality, right? Obviously, the profits. Obviously, a lot of people want to see these coins, explode and stuff, but we need to hear about the market structure, how the market tends to move, the landscape of the market. But one thing about Vechain, aside from, it's really a very interesting project, has a real use case, working product, bringing utility. One thing is the tokenomics weren't that best. The tokenomics on Vechain have not been good at all. Massive unlocks over the last few years, which have, even though the project is such a interesting project, it actually has, the chance to battle it out with some of its competitors. But the tokenomics, man, tokenomics have not been great. And you guys know I'm not going to be shy away from saying that. There's been a lot of coins coming into circulation. But on the bright side, what we could actually notice now is that almost the entire total supply is out now. Almost, not exactly, but almost. So that is a little bit of a good thing when it comes to the tokenomics standpoint. But let's take a look at what's happening with the price right now, because of course everyone wants to know that. But looking at the dominance, dominance has pulled down quite sharply. I'm sure you guys know about this. If you watch some of my other updates, this is a huge catalyst behind the specific move that we have seen for some of these altcoins today. If you're looking at our good old friend BTC, Bitcoin has been holding really strong after hitting a new all-time high at 99,600. Hasn't cracked the six-figure price point right now, but I think that's going to happen sooner rather than later. Of course, that is a psychological price point. Everyone has their eyes on that, and there's huge sell orders around that range. Hence, you're not seeing that breakout as of now. But I think the bulls are going to come at the top sooner rather than later, and we're actually going to see history being made in the year of 2024. And yeah. That's that. But let's take a look at Vechain. Do we need any introduction as to what Vechain was able to do in the last cycle? You guys can see it went up to the likes of 28 cents back in 2021 April. So over 3 years ago. I'm sure you guys know that by now. But right now, forget about this. So right now, forget about this. And I'm sure if you're looking at the price now, as I zoom in a little bit, you're pretty much like scratching your head saying, hey, you know what? It looks like the price of Vechain hasn't even budged. That's true. It hasn't, if you look at it from a grand scheme of things. But around here, which a lot of people are going to forget, around here, compared to where we are, to be quite frank with you, the difference between the circulation supply for Vechain is majorly different. Majorly. And that is something that you want to be obviously focusing on right now. But if you're looking at Vechain right now, guys, we cracked past this key resistance at about 3.4 cents for the first time since May. Since May, yeah. So pretty much after we lost that support, the price of Vechain was never able to break out of that key resistance after that. It just tells you that there was not much interest. And believe it or not, as of now, I hate to say it, right now in terms of retail interest compared to its competitors, it's not there. But that can change. That can change. A market cap of $3.2 billion. This can change considering the confirmation that I speak about in my other updates. There are people that might be waiting for the likes of, the 78.6 retest before they jump in, or, before they feel confident, retouching VeChain. And, FOMO factors, well, if you, consider the FOMO factor aspect, the 78.6, I think is that zone where people were like, hold on, price of VeChain is retesting some of the levels we haven't seen since 2022. So those are some levels that I've been discussing for quite some time. If you have watched my old VeChain updates as well, that's the target that I have under my radar. But you're looking at the price, breaking out of that key resistance. It's a really, really good sign right now. And I do believe the VeChain has everything in itself to actually retest, February highs of this year at 5.4 cents. If that's able to break out, which hasn't broken out yet, if that is able to break out, I think the 78.6 retest could actually be in play. I actually think that is a possibility. VeChain hasn't had a yearly high, but now if you're looking at the competitors, and I'm kind of speaking based off of what I'm seeing, the pattern that I'm seeing, a lot of projects are hitting their yearly highs. And I think in terms of market makers, whales, they might be looking at VeChain right now and like, the price of VeChain looks like it hasn't really had its move, so let's kind of look into that. So that's from which standpoint I'm looking at right now. But in terms of as a project itself, you guys know my stance on that, and I'm sure if you hold VeChain, you have done your due diligence research. But you need to really understand how many tokens are in circulation compared to last cycle. Obviously, everyone focuses on all-time high after all-time high. Now, I don't even want to be specifically about VeChain. I don't even want to be talking about all-time highs until we get into the 0.50 Fibonacci retracement level. So it's a long way away right now, but as we have seen some of these other projects, money flowing in big time. So who knows, maybe VeChain might be the one next up, especially if it's able to break out of this key resistance. But one step at a time, guys. One step at a time. Lock those profits in if you're actually making some profits. But yeah, good move. Definitely a good move right now for VeChain. Long overdue. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. What are you guys doing right now as VeChain holders? And shout out to you guys. Shout out to Patrick. Hope Patrick's still watching this update. One of my day one supporters, and I hope you are doing well, my friend, and yeah, I hope everything is good on your end. But yeah, let me know down below what you guys think about VeChain. Love each and every one of you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.